Hello everybody, welcome to the 35th tutorial in the top-down zooming game, and in this video we're going to be creating a component system. So pretty much this component system will pretty much allow us to add like things like colliders and other stuff, which will make it easier to manage this stuff. Pretty much a component system is pretty much a way. It pretty much helps us manage our code easier. Not our code, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, because we're gonna want to check for collision in the future, and probably might want to add this. Probably might want to do it like this. So pretty much, yeah. So we're gonna create a component system, and yeah. So pretty much what a component is pretty much gonna be doing is gonna be acting as an add-on to a game object. So let me not talk too much, and let's get started with coding. So yeah. So yeah, let me create a new class component inside the game object package. So create new Java class component, and this class will be abstract, public abstract, yeah. And we're gonna have a few things. We're just gonna have a game object, public game object, because we're gonna attach a component to a game object, and we need to know what that game object is. And we also want to have a boolean. Public boolean is active, and we're gonna initialize it to true. Pretty much what this functions as an on and off switch for a component, pretty much. And inside here we're simply going to create a constructor, and we're going to have two methods, public void update component, and inside here, okay, we're gonna have the update component, and we're gonna have render component, like void and pretty much, and we're gonna take graphics here, graphics to the import, and pretty much, yeah. And inside here we're simply going to check if it's active. If it's active, if we're not active, we simply return. And right after this we're going to create the abstract methods, public abstract void update and public abstract void render, and I'm just simply gonna call update inside here. And pretty much this is it for now for the component class, and we're done with the component class. Now inside the game object, now this is where things are going to get crazy. So first of all, we want to create a list of components. So I'll simply go create a protected list, array list of dynamic components, import, and inside here we just want to initialize this. In fact, let's just initialize it from here, equals to new And pretty much that's it for now. And also now we need to create two new methods, which is simply gonna do this thing. So yeah. Just name it render object. And what we're simply going to do here is simply say, we're just gonna call render. Oh, no, this is the wrong method. Oh, remove the abstract modifier, by the way. Right after this, we're gonna simply create a for each loop. Now that we're updating each object, we also want to update every single component inside the list of components. So to do that, we simply want to say for each component. We'll simply say component. We'll simply say component.update component. Pretty much like that. And also for the render, and now I'll simply do the same thing. We're just gonna look through, gonna do it for each loop. For each component, we want to update render. We want to render, sorry. And pretty much this is it. And right before that, we want to call the render function. And after this, we simply want to go to the scenes, to the scene class, and pretty much change all the stuff around. And instead of update, we're simply going to say update object, and instead of render, we're simply going to say render object. And pretty much let's test if we did, make sure we didn't break anything. Okay, everything is working perfect, we didn't break anything. So yeah, I can exit. What else? Now that we know that it's working, what else do we need to do? Let's go ahead and test this. So inside the component, I'll just simply create a new Java class, a test component. I'll simply, not a package, my goodness. Create a new Java class, and I'll name it, I don't know, hello world component, I don't know, hello world. And what all this does, it's going to extend from a component, extends component. It's going to have abstract methods, and pretty much, yeah, we know this. Want to close that, and inside here we simply want to display hello world. So what this component is simply going to do is going to display hello world to the object it's attached to. And what we're going to simply do to test that, we're going to go to the player or the zombie, it doesn't really matter. Let me go to the green zombie, and we're simply going to, oh, one more thing, I forgot to add this function. We need to add a function called public void add component. Yeah, and we're simply going to say is components.add component, simple as that. And also we want to remove component. If we need to remove a component, then instead of add, we're going to go with remove. And we also also want to return the list of components, so simply have get components. Pretty much this is it. Now we can go back to, oh my goodness, what happened here? Okay, now it's working. Now let's go back to the green zombie class, and what we can simply do inside the init method, we can pretty much add a component. We can simply add component new hello world to test. This is just for testing. So pretty much, as we said earlier, this component has only one job, and that's to print out hello world. And when we run this, okay, why am I getting an error? I shouldn't be getting an error. Hello world. I'm in hello world with Java. Oh my goodness, the constructor. We don't have a constructor, that's why. Now the error should go away. There we go. So pretty much when we test this, there's another error inside the zombie class. That is, oh, we didn't import hello world. No. This, we're gonna pass in this, and that's fine. As you can see, the component's pretty much doing its job. It's printing hello world. Yeah. So pretty much. So yeah. Now now that we're done, I can explain the component properly. The component pretty much helps it makes it easier to organize our code pretty much. So like right now, if you wanted to, let's say, wanted to do collision code, I can just simply create a new component and I'll name it a collider. And to do all the mathematics and all the other stuff, all the code related to colliders, and put it inside the component, and all I have to do is simply go to green zombie and I'll simply say add component, and pretty much, yeah. After adding the components, it will be automatically updated. Therefore, we have to do less code inside the main classes. This is like a good programming practice, whatever, where you keep the code related to zombie, like this is a green zombie class. We want to strictly have only green zombie related code. We don't want to have any other non-related code. Pretty much that's it, guys. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and pretty much that's it. We're done, guys. By the way, if you like the video, please subscribe and like, and yeah, guys, peace.